Welcome everybody to episode 184 of the effing title. I am Big Husky, and as you can see, DeNutte is not here. DeNutte has food poisoning, so everyone needs to wish him some good luck. So hopefully he feels better moving forward. I hope he's feeling better. Last time I had food poisoning, it was not a good time. So, with that being said, I thought about it, and I was like, okay, what are we going to do? What are we going to do today, right? What are we going to do for the party this week, right? So far, my week's been okay. To do a little catch-up like me and DeNutte normally do. He's over there, he's in the corner, he's doing his thing, right? He's just terrified, he doesn't know what's happening, right? But it's like, okay, so what was my week like? I worked a lot this week. I was able to stream a little bit. Did some stuff. This next week will be interesting. New Overwatch event starts Tuesday, which will be fun. Outside of that, though, not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. Hopefully everyone at home, hopefully you guys are all having a great weekend. And I've had a great weekend. And I hope you all have a good week. So, with that being said, though, Magic news. There's no real magic news. I got a starter. I got the starter kit in finally. Opened it up. Kind of cool. The decks are very interesting. And it's nice to have just two decks now that I can be like, hey, if anyone wants to play, if I have anyone over and they just want to play, I can just give them one of those decks and they can just play. Other than that, though, for Magic news, we ain't got a whole lot. What we do have, though, is something very interesting on the agenda for today, because it's something that I've wanted to do for a little bit, and I just haven't. So today, technically, kind of is a trial run of what we got going on, potentially, in the future. But the problem is, though, I mean, it's not really a problem, but it is a problem, is we gotta change scenes, right? This scene works great for some things, not really for what I want and have planned. So we go in here. So this is a tier list. Everyone knows the tier maker website. Everyone knows the tier list. Everyone does tier lists. Tier list this, tier list that, tier list this, tier list that. And I've wanted to do tier lists for a little bit. I've never fully figured out how I want to do it, but I've always wanted to do it for a little bit now. So my thing is going to be this. As of right now, we are going to be doing the NFL quarterbacks for this upcoming season, ranked 1 through 32. And this is my rankings. So if you're upset with me, discuss it in the comments. Tell me why I'm wrong. And don't just do the, oh, well, you're a Ravens fan, so you don't like Joe Burrow. Or you're a Ravens fan, you don't like Kenny Pickett. No. I want you guys, if you are going to comment, to actually give legit fucking reasoning as to why you think I'm wrong about certain things. I'd love to get a little discussion going with some of this stuff, because my opinions on some of this, very wild, and you guys will be seeing it. And also, to get this going, though, we're going to get some music going. So I'm going to get some Grizzy beats going. Okay. So, this is how we're doing this. I'm going to start 1 through 5. Right? This is this upcoming season. Where I see players. Where I see players, where I see what's going to happen. That sort of thing, right? So, obviously, I don't think it's a question, really, with anyone's list. Mahomes is 1. I don't think I need to explain it. Mahomes is 1, right? Just overall, he's been the best quarterback in the league for years, and he's just still being the best quarterback. Even without Tyreek Hill, he's still a really good quarterback. This past season, Mahomes gets the number 1 spot. Okay? Number 2 spot, for me, is going to go to Josh Allen. Josh Allen's improvement over the years has just been phenomenal. He's been just excelling every single season. It feels like he's just getting better and better and better. There are some things that he needs to work on still, right? With a lot of these guys, everyone needs to work on stuff. No one is perfect, right? But Allen is my number 2, which then goes on to my number 3, and it hurts me to say this, being an rival guy, but you know what? It's Joey B. Joey B is number 3 for me. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna make a quick change. Joey B is not number 3 for me. Number 3 for me is Aaron Rodgers. Fuck it. Aaron Rodgers is my number 3. Rodgers is still one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He's just been on a team that has not given him weapons. He's been on a team that has not provided him with what he needs to win. And now he's going to a team that is known for playing defense, right? Has a pretty good defense over there in New York, and actually has some weapons for him. So I feel like Aaron is going to have a great season, and he's still good. He's still one of the best quarterbacks in the league. So I'm putting him at 3. Honestly, I'm going to put him at 3. I'm then going to put Joey B at 4, though. Joe Burrow's been good since he came into the league, even though in his first year when he was getting his ass beat with bad offensive line, second year, bad offensive line, right? He's just getting better and better and better. He's doing his thing. The only thing that is a little bit, I don't want to say worrying, that's not the right word, but the only thing that kind of sucks is that there are weeks where he puts up great numbers, like, oh my god, this is an ungodly amount of numbers, and then when you go and look at the corners and the secondary that he's facing, it's like a beaten and battered up secondary that he's like throwing against like fourth stringers sort of thing. So it's a little bit of a like a thing for me with there, right? Like I don't know. Like that's, to me, that's always Jesus fucking.
Zenny's glasses.
For me, that's always been kind of one of those with him, right? Just kind of a little bit worrying. And then my number 5. See, this is where things start to get tough, I feel like. For me, I'm going number 5. I'm going to go with Jalen. Jalen showed this year that he can get it done. Ran a lot more this year, but showed he can get it done. Jalen, in my opinion, is right in between the mix of like he's an above average quarterback to a kind of like, I don't want to say elite, but like a really good quarterback. After this 1 year, I need to see it again. We need to see it again. If we don't see it again, then I don't know, man. I don't know. But that's my 1 through 5, right there. And now this is where things are going to get not tricky, but this is where things are going to get extremely controversial because of my opinions. Number 6, though, I'm going Lamar. I'm a Ravens fan. I've watched Lamar since he came into the league in just a wildcat situation, to then coming in after the bye week and then doing a full switch on offense, to them fully adapting the offense to him, to now bringing in Todd Monken and having a brand new offense in that is more of a pro-style offense. I'm very intrigued. Adding OBJ, adding Zay Flowers. I'm very excited for what is going to be coming down the line for this, because this is going to show Lamar as the passer that most Raven fans know he is, and most other people don't fully know that he is, right? But there we go. So Lamar's my number 6. My number 7 is a personal favorite. Like, this is a personal favorite for me. I'm going Trevor Lawrence. I love Trevor Lawrence. I loved him in college. I love him in the pros right now. He's doing all the right things. They actually bring in a coach that can actually like help him and develop him. And look what happened last year, right? It's amazing what happens when you get the right coaching staff in around you to develop you and for you to do your thing. So for me, Trevor Lawrence is an easy top 10 quarterback. I love the way that he plays, and I'm excited to see the future of him, especially, like I said, now that they have an actual coach there. I think that is going to be massive moving forward. How massive, we'll find out, right? We will find out. Number 7, and like I said, this is where things start to get a little bit difficult. Once we start getting out of the main list, now it's where kind of personal preference starts to hit to an extent. I'm going to go personal preference. I'm going to go Jared Goff, personally. I think Goff is Goff is a great game manager, and he has done a great job being a game manager his entire career. And I think that in Detroit has found a quarterback kind of like what they had with Stafford. The only difference is that Stafford had to do everything by himself and like try to put the team on his back. They've built so much in Detroit now that Goff doesn't need to do that. Goff just needs to not make mistakes. So for me, I personally like Goff being a top 10 quarterback because of that. He doesn't make that many mistakes. He doesn't turn the ball over that much. Their offense was one of the better offenses in the league last year, and I think it's only going to get better this year with the addition of Jahmyr Gibbs. So I'm very intrigued to see how Detroit plays this next season. I'm now going to put him on the board. I'm now going to put Justin Herbert on. I know a lot of people probably are like fucking losing their mind because I've had Herbert dropping just constantly. Look, Herbert is a good quarterback. He has had weapons up the ass every year, and he just can't. And they don't get it done. They've had a decent defense almost every single year he's been in the league. Their offense has had what people consider a good running back. I don't like Eckler personally, but then he's had weapons. He's always had weapons. He's always had Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, and they just keep adding and they just keep giving him more stuff, and he just continues to not produce. But yet he is always considered one of these elite quarterbacks. So for me, he comes down in the bottom half of the top 10. He's still very good, but to me, I need to see something, man. I need to see something, right? Because I ain't seen it yet. And on my number 10 spot, this is a toughie because it's a fan favorite versus a fan favorite of mine. Oh man, fan favorite. I'm gonna go more with my heart in this one. I'm gonna go Stafford. I think Matt Stafford will have a nice little bounce back year. After being hurt last year, they've lost a couple weapons, but they still have a decent core around him. So I think that he's gonna just return right back to form, do his thing, come out there, throwing the rock, doing Matt Stafford stuff. I would not be surprised, however, though, if this is one of the last years for Matt. If Matt retires here soon, I would not be surprised. 11. Now, to me, this is an easy 2 right here. So I'm going to put both of them up. I'm going to go Geno, and then I'm going to go Tua. Geno has just had a great resurgence in his career. He's finally showing what he can do, and he's playing on an offense that is loaded. And I think that's kind of the coolest thing, is that his resurgence is not only happening at a point where, like, everyone kind of forgot about him, but it's also happening on a team that is loaded around him. So it gives him the chance to fully show what he can do, right? Tua would have been higher, but every time I wanted to grab Tua to bring him higher, there was just something in me that I could not do it. I just couldn't do it. I like Tua, but after all the concussions, all of the things that happened last year, it's more now of I'm worried for Tua than anything sort of thing, right? What was it, like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, okay. Yeah, so I'm more worried now for Tua than anything. But, so Tua goes, though, in here. Tua, honestly, probably would have been, like, in this area, right here, without the concussions and everything. But I'm more worried for his safety now than anything. So now we're at 13. Kirk Cousins comes in at 13. This is kind of where the list now kind of hits that mid part, where it's like, these are the guys that, like, they just get the job done. It's nothing fancy. Like Kirk Cousins is nothing fancy. He gets the job done. His stats look pretty. They don't win games, though. So, I mean, it's one of those things. I liked Kirk Cousins in the past, but now that he's gone to the Vikings and everybody just rides him because, like, oh, he's such a great quarterback, but no one respects him. Brr, 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 brr. It's just because you don't win, bro. You can have all the stats you want in the world. Your stats can be the greatest in the world. If you're not winning, does it really matter? And that's where this next one comes in. The next one I'm going with is Dak. Dak fits that same build, where it's just Dak plays great at times. Dak can be a really good quarterback at times, but Dak has yet to show that he can actually be a quarterback, like an elite top 10 quarterback. In my opinion, I don't think he can. I don't think he has. Right? And it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, they win games. Yeah, he throws the ball great, but at the same time, though, what have you done for me recently? And what they've done for me recently is the same old thing that every Cowboys fan around the world says every goddamn year, which is, this is our year. This is Dak's year. This year is Dak's year. I'm over it. And then I'm going to go Brock Purdy at 15. I'm going to go Brock at 15. I think that Brock is a interesting one for me. I want to see more from Brock. But just from the little bit that we saw at the end of the season, man, that he can play. The thing is, though, is that Kyle Shanahan's offense is very QB friendly, right? A lot of misdirections, a lot of handing the ball off, a lot of play fakes, and just kind of doing all the extra stuff. So it'll be interesting to see what a potential full season could look like with him as the quarterback, because how quickly a team's going to figure out what's going on, right? So now we're getting into the lower half of the QBs, and there's some QBs here that people are probably looking at and being like, Husky, why is this dude dropping? I'll tell you why. Right? I'll tell all of you why. So first off, the very first one I'm putting on the board, before any of them, I'm going to put Baker on the board. I like Baker. I'm a just keep it a buck. I like Baker. I think the Browns did Baker dirty. I'm a Ravens fan, and I'm saying this. I think the Browns did Baker Mayfield dirty. Baker Mayfield is one of the only quarterbacks in recent history that liked being a Brown, did good with the Browns, and if I'm not mistaken, he took them to the playoffs, I'm pretty sure. Could be wrong about that last one, though. My thing is this. Baker Mayfield excelled very well in the Browns system when it was run heavy, play action, roll out, throw the ball. He did very well in that system, in that sort of an offense, that sort of a system, and they did a great job with him there. Then for some reason they let go of him. He goes to Carolina. Carolina isn't the right fit for him. Then he goes to the Rams. He does some okay things with the Rams. He does all right. Now he's going to Tampa. Potentially could be the guy, right? Day one, he's had a whole offseason there now. I'm intrigued to see what he can bring, and that's why he's in the second half. If he can bring what he can bring, those couple good years he had in Cleveland, the years in Cleveland where he was balling out, if he can bring that, he moves up. He moves up into 11 through 15 for me. Like I said, this is where this gets hard because now it's a shit show. I'm gonna go Jimmy G. We've all seen Jimmy G play. We know Jimmy G can play. The question is, though, is he healthy enough to play? And with that, what is he going to be bringing to the Raiders? Because the Raiders, it feels they ain't got a whole lot going on, right? Especially getting rid of Darren Waller. I don't know. I like Jimmy. I think Jimmy's still a solid quarterback. But it's going to be interesting because this is now another destination. Can he prove he's the guy? And proving that he's the guy, Ryan Tannehill. This is where Tannehill comes off the board for me. Tannehill has been one of those guys where I didn't like him in Miami. I didn't like him in Tennessee. I still don't like him in Tennessee. And he has Malik Willis, and he has... I hate that my brain is stalling on their rookie quarterback now. So I'm going to have to look this up because my brain is broken, apparently. Positions. Everyone's yelling at me right now because they already know the name. Where the hell is he? Will Levy. Right, he's got some, I wouldn't say competition necessarily. He's got some pressure, though, right? You get Malik Willis in there, who they've already apparently moved on from, but still, kid can play. I just think that he's in the wrong place. And then you get Will Levy in there, who was supposed to be a top 5 pick, and just kept dropping. There's some added pressure onto him. He's also coming back from injury. I just don't. He can play. I just don't know if there's enough around him to do well. But we will see. You know what? I'm going to put Daniel Jones above him real quick. Daniel Jones moves up above him. Daniel Jones sneakily always has been having better and better and better seasons. You know, I think this year will be a big one of them going out and getting a Waller for him, giving him a big, viable target. I think this is one of his I think this is a part of his like after his signing of his deal year as well. Sort of show that off, show if he is the guy. But he's done well. I mean, we can't really. I don't think we can argue that. The question is though, did he do well because Brian Dable came in, brand new system, people weren't expecting it, wasn't sure what to expect from them, or is this just Daniel Jones becoming a better quarterback? Right? Is it the scheme or is it the player? We'll find out this year. And rounding off at number 20, I'm going to go Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett's an interesting one. I don't know. I don't know. The Steelers are one of those weird teams where it feels like 1 week they're extremely run heavy, 1 week they try to air the ball out all over the place, the next week they're trying to do this, the next week they're trying to do that, they're using this quarterback, they're using this guy, they're doing this, they're doing that. It's very interesting watching the Steelers from an outside perspective because they've been so consistent for so many years with Big Ben, right? Big Ben is the guy. He comes in, he does the things. This is what Big Ben does. Boom, boom, boom. They ain't got that now. They got Kenny Pickett. And I'm still not sure how to feel about Pickett. He's had some good games. He has some bad games. I just need to see a full evolution of Pickett taking that next step and being like, okay, this is my team now. I'm the guy. I'm doing the things. I run this show. And that's my big thing there. There's some names here that people are probably still just screaming at. And this is where, in my opinion, the fun starts. So now in this part here, 21 through 25, I'm just going to throw Carr, Russ, Deshaun Watson right there. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. And you know what? Here, actually, I'm going to do this. I'm going to throw my boy Sam Howell up before Russ. So here's the thing for all the peoples, right? Here's the thing. Derek Carr is an okay quarterback. And I think it's about time we just admit it. He's an okay quarterback. Okay? Sam Howell has yet to be given a chance. He has been giving the complete reins to this Washington offense. I loved Sam Howell in college. I'm very excited to see what happens with Sam Howell. And that's why I'm putting him above Russ and Deshaun. Russ needs to retire. I'm going to just say it. Russ is more... It feels like Russ from the outside cares more about Russ than Russ cares about playing football and being a quarterback and winning games. It's more about Russ, right? It's more about the way that Russ does things. And we saw last year, Denver really did not look that good. And by that good, I mean they did not look good, period. Deshaun Watson, dude, it's how long has he been out of the league now? I don't care how many fucking weapons you get him. I don't believe it. I'm not until I see it. He's down here. Until I see it, he's down here. I'm not gonna be one of those people where it's like, oh, well, he plays really well and he does this and that, so he's up here because 7 years ago he did this. No. I ain't doing that shit. You're down here. It's that simple. So there's 21 through 24. Easy. Boom, 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 boom. 25, I'm going to put Mac Jones. Mac Jones is a serviceable quarterback that can start and just don't turn the ball over and stop being an idiot. Right? So now that leaves the final grouping. And as you can see here, I got some names here that are... Yeah. So to start off with... Jordan Love, I've yet to see him play. It's the only reason why Jordan Love is down here. Yet to see him play. I've seen him play in college, but I've yet to see him play in the pros. The only reason why I put Sam Howell above him is because I personally like Sam Howell in college. Jordan Love, I wasn't a huge fan of in college. Right? So it's one of those things for me. Also, you look at the weapons between the two of these teams. Jordan Love has a great run-heavy support around him. Sam Howell has a great receiving core around him. So, with that being said, that's that. Then I'm going to go... Man, that hurts to say it. Fuck yeah. I'm going to go Justin Fields. I don't like Justin Fields. I didn't like him in college. I don't like him in the pros. I can't wait for it. I can't wait for the commentary to be this during the season at one point. Because this is going to be the commentary during the season. At some point, the commentary will be this statement. It will be, Justin Fields has just scored a 79-yard rushing touchdown. The Bears are down 47-10. I've yet to see him actually be a quarterback. Man, I don't know what to tell you. Right? He can be this highlight reel run guy as much as he wants to be. I've yet to see him be an actual quarterback. And like I said before, said it once, I said it again. I don't trust Ohio State quarterbacks. I just don't. I don't. They don't have a good record in the NFL. And until I am proven wrong with that, then I'm going to continue to say it. But they don't have a good track record. Which sucks because there's one right here that I actually do like. Desmond Ridder, sure. I don't know how you still have a job. I'm just going to be blatantly honest. And then they have Colt McCoy here, but I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'd be putting Kyler Murray down here too, because Kyler Murray is the same thing. Kyler Murray is overrated. And now this is where my list probably differ from a lot of other people's. I didn't put as you can see, I didn't put the rookies up. I didn't put the 3 rookies they have up in here anywhere. Why? Because, you guys can't even see. So there's the 3 rookies here. So we got CJ, we got Bryce, we got Richardson. For me personally, it is Bryce over CJ though. I'm putting them at the end, and this is the simple reason why I am putting them at the end. And I already know for a fact someone's going to be fucking bitching and complaining about this. The reason why I'm putting them at the end is because they have yet to take a snap in the NFL. Therefore, I'm not putting them over people who have taken snaps. Now, where do I think they could be? I could see Bryce Young in Carolina. With what offense they've done and everything, I could see him going in here. Honestly, it'd be like this. Here, and then CJ and Richardson in here. Probably taking over for these two and bumping these two down, right? But that's what I can see. That's what if I'm looking at it like that, that's what I can see. But this right here, this is the Big Husky tier list. Like I said, I know there's going to be some people out there that are not happy with me, and I don't care. But I want to know why. Why are you not happy with me? What do you agree with? What do you disagree with? What do you think I got wrong? Why, though, is the big question. I want to know your actual reasonings why. But like I said, this is my personal QB rankings for 2023 season, 2024 season. This is the best QBs, 1 through 32. Let me know what you guys got down in the comments down below, right? Who was your 1? Who was your 32? And do you also find it funny that they put Colt McCoy over Kyler Murray? Because I do. I find that incredibly funny. So let me know, like I said, down in the comments down below, right? And as always, depending on where you are, morning, afternoon, even night, stay out of trouble, stay safe, and we'll talk to y'all later. Bye!